Hey, what's going on? I'm Abram Gonzalez from Digital Harvest. I'm here with my guest today, Mr. Aaron Apodaca of Jex Junk Removal. And he's our guest here for the Entrepreneur Spotlight. I'm very excited to have you, Aaron, because you're a young entrepreneur with a lot of fire. I think a lot of sales experience, which is what impressed me the most about you. I know we're going to talk about that a bit more, but hey, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate you having me.
Yeah, for sure. So why don't you tell our viewers in a few words a little bit about what your business is right now, and then I want to dig into your story and help people understand the entrepreneur that's behind the business, what you think is making you successful today, some of the challenges that you've hit, and then we'll kind of go from there. So tell us a little bit about your business as it is today with Jex Junk Removal, and I know there's some other things that are going on as well.
Appreciate that, man. So yeah, the parent company that I am president of is called Albuquerque Property Services, LLC. We have a couple of different businesses under that umbrella. We have Jex Junk Removal. A lot of people ask what that means. Jex, J-E-X, means junk removal expert.
Okay, yeah.
We also have another junk removal business, Mighty Men Junk Removal. We are in the process of getting our maid service up and running, Mighty Maids. We've done a few jobs with that here and there, and a few other things kind of in the works. So we're able to pick up anything from a single item all the way to cleaning out government buildings, really nothing too small, nothing too large.
So what got you into junk removal specifically? Was it like a family influence or...
Yeah, it kind of actually happened by accident.
Okay.
So about 10 years ago, my dad and I were both working for Dex Yellow Pages.
Okay.
And it was fantastic. Every lawyer that started their business needed a full-page ad. Every plumber needed to spend $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And then we got paid really good money to do that. We kind of joke that we were making money selling paper. It was great. Then the internet came in. All you internet guys came in and changed that business.
Sure.
And my dad took an early retirement from his business, from his position here in Albuquerque, and decided to start a landscape cleanup business.
Okay.
Long story short, a few months into that, I left my job to kind of help him out for a few months, and it naturally turned into a junk removal business. It was a need that was here in Albuquerque. People kept saying, hey, you have a trailer, would you mind hauling off, and fill in the blank. And it was way better than raking up leaves or pulling weeds, and it was more profitable, and we were able to do more in a day. So that's how we got into junk removal.
That's pretty cool. So did you, I love asking this question because I think every entrepreneur's story is a bit different. Were there signs, do you think, that you were going to be an entrepreneur when you were younger?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what were you doing?
I think from a very early age, it was clear that was the direction things were going to go. My very first job was not jokingly, was selling women's shoes. So at 16 years old, I was getting called Al Bundy. But why did that mean I was going to be an entrepreneur? First commission check, I was hooked.
Yeah.
Once I knew that I didn't want to work on hourly, I was hooked on my efforts yielding my own results, and my results kind of paying my way. Mm-hmm. From there, I went through a bunch of different sales jobs. I sold shoes there. I sold shoes at Dillard's. I worked for Dex Yellow Pages. I was Google AdWords certified before anybody knew what that really was and before it was important.
Right.
Sold uniform services. Sold shop towels and all these things that were super not interesting. Most recently, I worked for a couple of T-Mobile partners, and again moved through the ranks and was a district manager for 2 different partners. So all of these pieces were pointing to eventually I was going to run my own business, because I would always hit this ceiling of, okay, you're doing a great job, but make sure you're staying in these lines. Mm-hmm. And staying in the lines has always been something that's kind of been a struggle for me, as you might.
It seems like it may have been a struggle. Yeah.
Yes.
Not somebody always fitting inside the box and wanting to do your own thing and stretching those limits and trying new things and probably pissing people off along the way here and there.
A few, yeah.
Yeah. So then, what was it like for you to make the leap from selling something for commission for somebody else's business and then starting your own thing? Was that a natural thing? Was that a scary thing for you? What was that transition like?
It was a very scary thing. So I'll kind of tell you a quick little story. I know we're limited on time, but so I was working for a T-Mobile partner here in Albuquerque, mm-hmm. and I was living the good life. I was going to visionaries, going to chamber group meetings, and making great money, but the ceiling kind of went out. The floor fell out below me, and I got a call from our HR department that I had been recorded on one of our backroom cameras using inappropriate language. So they made an interesting decision. We were the number 3 ranked division in our company. They made an interesting decision to demote me 3 tiers, which was not an amount of money that would support my 6 children.
Right.
So at that point, again, my father sat with me and said, hey, you need to come and partner with me. We need to make all these changes that you've talked about and grow this business. I was still kind of too stubborn and too scared, to be honest. I hate to say that word as a young man, but I was too scared to do it. So I instead talked to a recruiter for another T-Mobile partner, built all the way back up again, and I loved what I was doing. But what I found again was I was getting home late, and I was missing time with my kids. I was missing Saturdays. I was missing flag football games. Kids needed orthodontist appointments, and I wasn't able to participate. And that was what kind of helped me break through that fear, was that I had these 6 little, what I call my 6 little most important clients that were missing their time with me. And it just felt very odd to be told that I was running my own business, but not have that ability to run my own business. So at the end of the day, it was really my 6 kids that gave me the courage to be able to make that leap year after year after year after saying I was going to do it and to finally doing it.
I'm glad you shared that story, because I think that's something that a lot of entrepreneurs, and I think most people have in common, is like we're driven by those people and family that are the most important to us. And you know, I know being a young man especially, you know, we have that duty to our family, whether it's older or younger, the need to provide and to stand up and to be that man that we know that we can be. I knew family was important to you. I didn't know it was a big part of your story, but I had a feeling it definitely would be. So, sounds like that perhaps may have been one of the biggest struggles. How do you see your business today in terms of challenges you're facing now to grow, and also maybe how those challenges might be actually influencing you guys to be better?
When I came on board and we took a very aggressive approach here in Albuquerque, the biggest challenge that we've faced so far is we watched 2 other businesses, 2 of our competitors kind of copy our approach. And I guess the reason why that's been a challenge is because it can be frustrating to be copied.
Yeah.
But really at the end of the day, we've been very, very blessed. Since I've stepped on and we've taken these new approaches, these challenges have just been minor bumps, but we've stayed busy. My wife is very, very supportive. And so when I'm out, she's behind the scenes helping. The challenges have been small. I'm sure there's bigger ones coming down the road. I hear them from other entrepreneurs, but you know, if my biggest challenge is that my competitors see that I've got a really, really good idea and they copied it, then I guess it's small potatoes, man.
Yeah, for sure. So what do you think, and as we wrap this up, what do you think sets your business apart from other junk removal experts here in town? And then we'll talk a little bit about your business and how people can get in touch with you.
2 things that separate us from everybody else.
Cool.
First, it's going to be what everybody says, but with us, it's for real, is the quality of our service and what we do. My family is a very big family. There was 6. I had 5 other siblings. Now I have 6 kids. So work ethic is everything.
Yeah.
If we clean up for you, we sweep up for you. If we clean up something in your yard, we rake up. We always ask if there's one more item that we can take. All you got to do is go on Google or Yelp and look at our reviews to know why we're different when it comes from a quality perspective. The second is that there is a sales background here. So if you don't need junk removal, I'm the only guy in town that's offering 10% finder's fees for anybody that you refer to me. So no, there's a lot of business people that watch this. There's a lot of people here that like to say, hey, I'm a hustler, this, that, or the other thing. Well, if you want to make money, I pay 10% for every job that you send to me. So I give everybody in the community an opportunity to make some additional money, especially now at Christmas time.
Right. Well, and I think you say it well, that no job is too big or too small for Jex.
That's true. We've done jobs from $40 up to $30,000. So.
Wow. That's pretty incredible. Okay, cool. And then so where can people find you, get in touch with you, and then also get in touch with your business if they need these services?
Best way to get a hold of me is on my cell phone. You can text me or call me. It's a very public number, 505-453-1788. You can follow me on Instagram. My business is Jex Junk Removal, or you can follow my personal page. It is the BizDad, B-I-Z for Biz.
Cool. So we'll put all that information below here in the video or down in the comments as well. Aaron, appreciate you for coming out for the Entrepreneur Spotlight.
Thanks, Abram. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure. And we'll catch you guys on a future episode. If you know anybody else who would like to be featured on the Entrepreneur Spotlight that's got a business that's booming here in the Albuquerque, New Mexico area, please get in touch with us. We'd love to feature you. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.